So when somebody brings me an engine, it may or may not have a controller. Let's say it does come with a controller. Say, okay, cool. Problem is, they never have the key, ever. So what I usually do to remedy that is just buy a new ignition switch for it. You know, you can get these, depending on the time of year, between $30 and $50 delivered. So it's really not that bad of a price. But you do have to take apart the controller. It does take time, and sometimes those wires are a little hard to get to. So the other day I was like, you know what, I'm going to stop doing this. I'm just going to order myself a set of keys. So I look up all the key part numbers, get them all, search for them on boats.net, none available anymore. Okay, great. So I go over to marineengine.com, check there. They list them all as available to order. Now, if you've ever bought from marineengine.com, they're not always up to date on their inventory or the availability to order or not. So I don't necessarily believe marineengine.com. Boats.net, they've always delivered. So if boats.net says that they're not available anymore, I believe them. So I had a problem getting a new set of keys. So hopped on the old eBay, and I found a locksmith makes the entire set. Look at them. Entire set of keys. So now what I can do is just go through here and start guessing and see what key it is. Turns out this one is number 66, which is probably the most common key I come across. And let me put the key in the right way. And voila! No need to buy a new switch and replace it. Now I know I need key number 66. Great idea. I'll put a link for the key set in the description, so if you want to buy them. But that's a pretty good way to remedy a key problem. So here I am, standing at the helm of what is a pontoon boat. Now this boat somebody dropped off here randomly. Hey, can you fix my boat? I think you need more than engine work on this boat. Yeah, no, get it running and then I'll fix up the boat. Alright, whatever. Do you have the key? Nope. Alright, guy. So to test this out, I'm going to find the key. I don't know who mounts a controller like this either. Just put it on the side now. That makes sense. But who am I to judge? Alright, T62. This saved me the trouble of taking this thing apart. Awesome. Oh, as you can see, that's the way to do it, I think. I don't know why I didn't do that years ago. So yeah, that's a pretty good way to remedy the lack of key situation. I don't know, I should have thought of that years ago, honestly. But sometimes you're going to come across a controller, such as one in that boat, where this is so brittle and done for, you should probably just change the switch anyway. That's kind of the case here. But you know, this is pretty good. These keys will pay for themselves, you know, second use. I don't remember the website, but there's one out there that shows you the breakdown of all of the key types and part numbers. I will put a link to that in the description. And let me show you another controller. This is a old Power Pilot, and you'll see these in the early 70s. Yeah, actually, I think 73 to 74. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, doesn't matter. So you won't be able to use these keys, ones that look like that, with this type of controller, because they use a different type of key. So there's a whole different type of key set for these. Now, there we go. Problem with these controllers, there's a lot more keys for them. And they're a lot older, and the keys are a lot more expensive. So in this case, you would think, all right, well, that one I'll buy a new ignition switch. Well, this ignition switch won't fit in that controller. It uses something a little different. Basically, it has an on and start, but its choke is here. The new ignition switch for one of these that comes with the key is $100. So that ain't going to happen. In my opinion, it's not worth buying if you need a new ignition switch, it's not worth buying a new ignition switch to fix one of these when you can get another controller for, you know, 100 and some change. One of the newer modern ones that'll work the same. So I'm going to try to find a key set for one of these things. But yeah, I don't work on, well, rarely work on, but I don't see enough of them to really have to worry about it right now. And actually this one kind of stuck in there for whatever reason. Anyway, so yeah, this is one of the newer types of controllers, or newest. It uses a completely different key altogether, so don't expect to use the older keys on one of these things. But luckily, there's only like 4 different keys for these things, so they're pretty cheap and pretty affordable. So yeah, nothing to it really. Well, hope you found this video helpful. Like I said, I'll post a link to the description for where you can get these keys, and a link to the website showing you all the different types of keys and part numbers there are. So yeah, have a good one.